Hello everyone, my name is Raven, and welcome to Raven67854 Gaming, and welcome back to my Left 4 Dead 2 tutorial series. In the previous tutorial, we added a skybox, and then we added a basic directional light, and, got the job done. But this time, we're going to set up more proper lighting. We're also going to change the skybox to something a bit brighter. I just want a slightly brighter skybox. The other thing I would like to point out and mention is if you have any issues, questions, all that sort of stuff, either comment below or you can join the Discord. Link to all of this stuff is obviously in the description. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select our light directional. We're just going to delete it. Now, we do need three things. So one thing we're going to need is an environment underscore sun. And I'm just going to go over here in this corner here, and I'm just going to plonk them right here. So we have like a, spot where we store them all. And our other entity we're going to need a shadow control. And what the shadow control is for and what it does is basically it allows you to control, the color of the lighting, the distance, whether or not shadows are enabled or disabled. You can enable local light shadows if you like. It's fairly useful. And it is necessary because the other thing we're going to need is a light environment. And we're going to use this because basically what this does is, it kind of functions like the directional light in a sense. Okay, so I'm going to open up the wiki over here, and I'm going to set it to sky underscore coldstream underscore 1 underscore HDR because it is a relatively bright, went into the wrong thing there. Whoops. I want to go to map properties. It is a relatively bright skybox, and we'll hit OK. And we'll just hit escape there. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the environment sun. And I'm going to set the angle and where the sun comes from to 30. And then I'm going to set use angles. I'm going to set that to yes, because the old way is to point it at an entity. And we're not gonna do that. And for the pitch, I'm going to set it to -14. And then everything else here, I'm just going to leave alone. You can tweak these values if you like, you don't like the color of the sun or anything like that. And again, we already set up our shadow controller. We can just leave this stuff at default. Should be fine. But, feel free to change it. Actually, I believe this would be coming straight down. So I am going to change this away from 80 and just change it to the same direction as our light environment. Now we get to do the fun part, the light environment. So we already know that the yaw is set to 30. And the sun pitch will be -14. The brightness will be 228, 215, 192, because I'm using the hotel settings. And the brightness will be 400. And for the ambience, we're going to use 171, 206, 220, and 50. Okay, and everything else, of course, is what you would use to control the HDR. And for these values, I'm going to leave them at default, but feel free to play with it. Like I've said many times and, many other tutorials is just, play with it, see what feels right, see what looks good. The other thing, though, is the spread angle. So this will increase the softness of the shadows. Due to the light scale and stuff we're using, we're actually going to use, or the light map, we're going to use 0 to get a bit of a harsher shadow. Okay, and now we're just going to run the map here. And we're just going to, give it a second to actually build there. Just waiting for it to load. Okay. Perfect. And we'll just run all the way down to here. Should really turn on no clip so I could just, zip across. Awesome. Okay, so as you can see, this is our, pretty nice little bit of light there. You can see our sun way off in the distance. And you can also see that our shadow actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look too good on the walls, but you could fix that by doing various
You guys hear me?
No, they can't hear you. You could fix that by doing various other things like, increasing the light map scale. And we can actually look at that really quick. Since this I don't really mind looking at it, but we will have a more proper video, if you will, on light map. So right here you see you have the light map scale, and if we take it down to 4 and hit apply, and then we rerun Hammer. Now granted, this will take longer to build, the bigger your level is and the higher light map scale and so forth. I actually am working on a map specifically for lighting, and it's going to show all the different values. It'll probably be a somewhat lengthy video, and it'll explain all sorts of fun stuff because, this is something that does, of course, need to be covered. And we'll just go right on over here really quick, and we'll see what the difference is. And there you go. Now you have a significantly sharper shadow. But do keep in mind that, bake time aside, it will also massively increase the size of your map. It won't necessarily require that much more performance, but yeah, you won't need to beef your machine really, other than increased memory, which is easy to do in this day and age, given when this game came out. But again, the size of your map will be much, much larger. Okay, everyone, so that'll conclude it for this tutorial. I will see you guys in the next one. This was a short one, but a necessary one. And if you'd like to support this channel, go on ahead and, join, become a member. There's a link in the description, and there's also a big join button next to the subscribe button, which, hey, you should hit that subscribe button and then hit that bell so you get a nice little notification. And again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any of that stuff, put them down in the comments below, or you can join the Discord, and I will see you guys in the next one.